Hello everyone, this is Muhammad from Ruby Umarok. In this series of screencasts, I will explain you how to build a Ruby on Rails API using different methods, so you can choose which one fits well with your project. In this tutorials, I will be using the books database, which has book ID, title, authors, ESBN code, language code, number of pages, etc. I split this database to two tables. So the first table is books, the second one is authors. The books will have title, ESBN 13, language code, and the number of pages. Authors will have a name, and at the end they will have an association between them, has and belongs to many association. So let's jump in and create our project. I am using Ruby version 3 and Rails version 7. Yeah, let's create our project. Rails new books API with the flag API only, so we don't create views and assets. And this is provided by Ruby on Rails, I think since Rails 5 or 6. So yeah, this is how you create the project. This will take a while. I will come back when it's finished. So yeah, that's the project creation is done. Let's jump in and see the books API. Let's open the projects in Atom. As we created the project as an API, we don't have the assets, the helpers. Also, generators will not generate views. Yeah, let's commit this file. Let's create our first model, books, raise generates. I will be using the scaffold, so I don't have to write controllers and everything from the beginning. So scaffold called the book, and it has title as string, ESBN as string, ESBN 13 as string as well, a language code, norm pages, which gonna be an integer. Let's hit status. We have a books controller, book model, and some migration. Let's migrate the migrations, Rails db migrate. Let's try to create a book. Book create, title. Let's hurry. Footer collection. Language code is English. Number of pages 3342. Now let's launch our server. and in a different tab we'll try to fetch the books from the API. So I'm using HTTP instead of curl. HTTP localhost port 8000 books.json. Yeah, as you see that the API returned the book that we have created. Generates another scaffold author, or else generates scaffold author with name attribute, which is gonna be a string. Let's add another table called authors books, which will be used for the has and belongs to many association. Create table authors books. We don't need an ID. T belongs to author. This will create a column author ID of type string integer belongs to book. Where is db rate? Meanwhile, let's create our association. Book has and belongs to many authors, and author has and belongs to many books. Yeah, now let's generate an author. Let's save first book. In a variable b. So now let's create an author with name Joan Rolling. And we will associate to it the book that we already have created. So yeah, now we have an author being created with association between the author ID and the book ID. Let's run our server and fetch the list of author colon the authors endpoints from our API. Localhost 3000 author.json. Yeah, here we go. Here we are returning all the data from our model. But what about if you want to return, for instance, only the title and the number of pages without other attribute like created ads, updated ads, etc. For that we have to use a JSON serializer like JBuilder or Active Model serializers. They have different usage. So in the next screencast, I will explain how to use each of these serializers. Each one has pros and cons, so I will be explaining them in the next episodes. So at the end you will be able to choose the right one for your project. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next one.